everyone. Welcome to Heart Alchemy Yoga. My name is Gloria Baraquio. Today we're doing an introduction to Zen meditation. I know when I walked into my first Zendo back in 1998 or 1999, it was really peaceful, but also a little nerve-wracking because we're in a nice meditation center with Zen monks in robes. So it feels a little bit uncomfortable if I'm not sure what to do. There's not always instructions if we don't come on the right day. So this is what today is about, is making this practice accessible to us at home. And if you are curious about going to a Zendo, that you just have an idea of what it might look like. I've been to a number of Zen meditation centers, and this sitting, walking, sitting practice seems to be very popular, and it can feel intimidating, but I'm here to sort of demystify it for you so that it doesn't feel intimidating and that it feels very comfortable and that you're in your breath and that you know what to expect so that when you get there you can actually just drop into the experience instead of wondering if you're doing it right or wrong. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the sitting part, and then we'll walk, and then we'll sit. So first off, our mudra as well as our posture in the first part of sitting. So cross your legs if that's comfortable for you. Usually in a Zendo you'll have a cushion that they'll provide for you. That helps to sort of soften the hips. So if you have a cushion, please use one. And for the mudra, you actually take the left forefingers on top of the right forefingers, and then the tips of the thumbs touch. And it kind of makes a difference. It's not here, and it's not here, but it's actually like a bridge. Like if you could look down at your thumbnails, and if you were looking straight on as you are right now, there's about like an oval. And then from there, you just gently rest the wrists into the lap. And then it's advised that you have a little bit of space, not a lot, under the armpit, so about an inch or so. So your elbows aren't necessarily out here. Your heart is open, so you're just softening the elbows. But you're lifting from the navel center, floating the ribcage over the hips, floating the shoulders over the ribcage. And then there's a tendency for some of us to, when we lift our posture, we actually lift our chin. That doesn't actually need to happen. So we drop the chin slightly or about parallel to the earth. And then we tuck it back in to float over the spine. So we lengthen the back of the necks as well as the sides of the necks. And then the tricky part about this Zen practice that you might be surprised at is that the eyes are open. So if it feels uncomfortable for you, then I encourage you to try it. And it's not necessarily a strong stare or a focus on something as much as it's a soft gaze. And for today, you can practice kind of a half opening of the eyelids. So just about 50% of your eyeballs are covered. And then it helps to maybe choose somewhere on the floor to look at, maybe about 6 feet away from you, or 5 feet. And then, of course, we allow the breath to come through. So when I was a newbie with Zen, the very important instructions is that we count the breath. So we either count up to 10 breaths and then start at 1 again, or you count the length of the inhale and the exhale. I like the number 5, so I can count inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's one way. Or inhale, exhale, 1. And we do that all the way to 10. Some people like to just keep counting the breaths, like how many they do, and then see how high they get. Maybe they'll get to 55. Maybe somewhere your mind just softens and relaxes and it stops counting. Or maybe your mind gets so busy and active that you have to keep starting at 1 because you lost count. So that's just something to come back to. And then a reminder in our practice is, especially with our eyes open, but also with your eyes closed, is that we're using this time to see life exactly as it is, to see our mind, our thoughts, our emotions, feelings, sensations, sounds, colors, all of that. See how they come and then see how they go. Right? I like to teach my students that thoughts can be like clouds in the sky passing by, or like images on a movie screen just popping up and then moving to the next. And then another way to see it as you're meditating is maybe notice all the waves on top of the surface of an ocean. But then as you keep breathing and dropping in, maybe you start dropping into the very depths of the ocean where it's relatively still and calm. So that's the posture and the basic meditation instructions for the sitting. In a regular session in Zen, that might last for 2 hours. Today we'll just do a short version. The standing and walking part, it looks like this. So the leader of the group, or the Zen priest who's sort of facilitating the session, will generally clap on wooden sticks. And when that happens, everyone in the room will step slowly in front of their seat and take the second mudra. It's just a fist with your left hand right around your solar plexus or belly button. Take the right hand, wrap it around the fist. And then they'll clap the wooden sticks again. And then we'll turn. And then we'll slowly walk. And it really is about this pace. Okay? And then the other cool part about Zen is that we do these right angles. So we'll turn just like that. But it's very thoughtful and mindful and deliberate. When I teach this here at the spring, some people realize that they've never noticed how much it took to walk, to be bipedal, to walk in such a slow fashion or slow pace. And generally, if we had more people in the group, we'd be following each other in a square formation, counterclockwise. And it's the same. We're noticing, we're breathing. Maybe we're counting our steps. Maybe we're counting our breath. It can be a tendency to be very impatient with the pace and wanting to rush and walk faster, or being annoyed with the person in front of you and wondering why they're walking so slow. And just noticing that pattern that we have, because some of us just move so quickly and want to just get things done and get to one location. So generally in a session, you would keep doing this for many, many minutes, and then they would clap the wooden sticks, and then you would end up by your seat again. You would walk actually at a regular pace. So imagine we clap the sticks, we would walk at a regular pace based on how the majority of the group is walking. We would end up at our seat, wait for the claps again, and then take the first sitting position again. So the left forefingers on top of the right forefingers, thumbs touch. And then same thing with the posture. Space under the armpits, soft eyes. Maybe you take the tip of your tongue behind your top teeth, soften the face. And that would be the sesshin. So just to recap, from the very, very beginning at most zendos, and if you ask the leaders as instructions, before you walk in, you would bow into the space. Then you would find your seat. And then you would sit. And then when it starts, you'll take the form, you'll take the mudra, the posture. Eyes are soft, count your breath. Always come back to breath. Always come back to breath. If you notice a thought, see it as a thought, label it thinking, come back to the breath. Then the clicks will come. We'll stand in front of the seat or your cushion, take the second form, fist, then wrap the right hand, still space under the armpits. We'll turn slowly with the clicks, and then we walk at a very slow, methodical pace. And breathe. Take right angles at the corners. You're walking in front of people's cushions. And turn at the corners. And then at the next click, you walk at a faster, normal pace. Still taking right angles, taking the route. Come back to your seat. Wait for everyone to sit in front of their seat or stand in front of their seat. They'll click the wooden sticks again. And then you take the original sitting form. So again, as I mentioned, this might last in a real zendo, a sesshin, for about 2 hours. So maybe sitting for 20 to 30 minutes, then maybe walking for 5 to 10 minutes, sitting again, walking, sitting, and then they would indicate that that's the end, generally with the ring of a bowl. So here at Heart Alchemy, we're making these practices accessible. I've noticed that with myself and with my students, it does something to our mind to sit and walk and sit, but with mindfulness and silence, that maybe other meditations can't do, like closed eyes or mantra meditation. And so I just encourage you to try this, maybe by yourself or with friends. And then if you're really curious about Zen, to really check out an official Zen center. There are beautiful mountain retreat centers, or there are generally Zen sitting circles in most cities. So highly recommend that you check it out. And again, my name is Gloria Baraquio. So grateful to share this practice with you. We are Heart Alchemy Yoga, and we're at the Springs in downtown LA. Please look us up. Please give us any comments if you have them, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.